All right. Good afternoon. Today we're gonna try to finish section 2.1 and 2.2. This is kind of a review. It's nothing new here. You already know what is a Cartesian coordinate, even in high school, even in middle school, even. And you know what is the equation of a line, right? The Cartesian coordinate system, a lot of students call the rectangular system. It's invented by a French mathematician, René Descartes. Many of you may know his famous quote, "I think, therefore I am," especially for those of you who take psychology class or history class. His dad was kind of sad, so I think I'm gonna skip that part. As you can see, he only lived up to 54 years old. He's young, he's dying young. But he's not only a mathematician, he's also a national scientist, philosopher, and many other things. Very talented guy. So the Cartesian coordinate has y-axis and x-axis. They intersect each other as 40 or 90 degrees, right? It's the right triangle. The middle point, the intersection point, is called the origin. If I want to plot the order pair xy, sometimes we call it the point P, or some people can call it, some other people can call it point A, point B, whichever letter you like best, right? We going to plot the x point on the x-axis, the y coordinate on the y-axis, and then you have pxy. You did this in high school. This is just review. There are 4 quadrants. The first quadrant will be all positive. Don't write this down. Right there, so they all positive value, right? The second quadrant, you're gonna go counterclockwise. The second quadrant, you have negative x and positive y. Now the quadrant, you have negative x, negative y, they both negative. And then the last one, the fourth quadrant, you have positive x and negative y. You gotta go counterclockwise like that. Right, let's take a moment and plot these points. It's pretty easy, right? Let's take a moment and plot that on your own. So the point 3A, 3,2 is both positive, so it's gonna be on the first quadrant. So 3 for x, 2 for y. That is A. B is negative 2, 5. It's gonna be second quadrant. Negative x, positive y. C is 0, 4. That's your y-intercept. And then D is your x-intercept, negative 7, 0. That's it. Cartesian coordinate. All right, let's go to the real deal because that's just review. Linear depreciation. Suppose you buy a car at a price 27,600. According to the research, similar cars have depreciated to 0 value after 12 years. They know that, well, they say that your car is your best investment and your worst investment. It's true, right? It's help you go to work, earn some money, but it depreciates value really quick, right? So here is the graph of that car, depreciation value of that car is a linear graph, hence linear depreciation. So at t0 times 0, when you first bought the car, it's 27,600. And then the moment you drive off the parking lot, start depreciating values. Right? After 12 years, the price is 0. By looking at this graph, can I construct a depreciation linear function? In another way, can I construct that blue graph, an equation with that blue graph? Yes, right. It's linear, so it's going to be y equal mx plus b. What is my b? Good. M is slope, and b is your y-intercept. In this example, what is my y-intercept? Yeah, 27,600. I don't know m. Well, that's x. Let's find what is m. Let me use blue. How do I find m? Yeah, rise over run, right? Or you can use a point delta y over delta x. But let's do rise over run because that's faster. Do I rise down or rise up? Rise down, right? So the step is that you pick the point at the leftmost point, this one, and then depend if it decreasing graph, you rise down, increasing, you rise up. How many units? I'm rising down. Yeah, 27, negative 27,600, and then go over 12 unit, right? Okay, so rise over run. $27,600 divided by 12. 27,600 divided by 12. Thank you. 2300. So my slope is negative 2,300. What does that mean? What does that negative 2,300 means? This is a slope, but in English, what does that mean? Must be done. In English, what does that mean? Yeah, that's how much is depreciate each year per year. Is any questions? I'll wait. All right, slope of a line. There's a formula, and I'll explain to you where this formula come from. Quite simple, actually. Given the point x1, y1, and x2, y2 right here. Of course, there are two distinct points on a non-vertical line. It has to be non-vertical because what happened when it's vertical? The slope is undefined. And I'll tell you why later. If I want to find the slope of a non-vertical line with two distinct points, the formula is m equal delta y over delta x. Delta is the letter D, equivalent to letter D in Greek. Well, in Roman, right? Delta is equivalent to letter D in Roman. Difference of y over difference of x, or rise over run. Now, where do I get this y2 minus y1 from? Right, so Let's take a look at the numerator. Y2. It is high, right? Y1. Maybe I'll use this. Here it is. That is my Y2. That's the height of the function. Y1 is this height. If I want to find the difference in between, what do? You subtract them, right? If I want to find this little bit right here, then Y2 minus Y1. Same thing with the X2 minus X1. If I have X2, the width of X2 is this long, and the width of X1 is yay long. You want to find this. Oops. And X2 minus X1. That's it. It's simple. And because slope is the rate ratio, then you divide them, right? Question for you: if how many people here commute to school? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's quite a lot. Unlike U of M or MSU, most people at OU commute, which is good. Good for you. If I ask you, what is your average speed that you drive from your home to school? How would you calculate it? You don't have to write this down. Some application, since this class is all about application. If I want to find the rate, average rate, of your speed when you drive from home to school, well, you rate is what? Distance divided by time, right? So the average rate is gonna be the difference of distance. So for say, I'm gonna say from your home is the distance is 0 to OU be 20 miles. So OU minus home minus OU. By the way, this is distance. And then the time from OU to home, say 30 minutes. So starting time is 0. You always do that. 30 minutes is to change to hour, half an hour. So 0.5. So maybe let me plug it in. Say 20 miles. So 20 miles from home. Sorry about that. It should be 0.5 minus 0. And then 20 minus 0 as well, right? Because why want to be 0? Because everything starts from home. That's your starting point. Distance 0, time 0. Then as long as you roll out your parking, you roll out your home, it's start counting your distance, start counting your time. It'll be 40 miles per hour on average. Of course, nobody driving 40 miles per hour all the time, right? When you see red light, you stop. When you go on the highway, you speed up, right? But the average rate is 40 miles per hour. So that's one of the application. Now, this is the slope of a line of a non-vertical line. What if I have a vertical line or the horizontal line? What are their slopes? Which one for 0? Which one is 0? Vertical or horizontal? When I think is horizontal line, I think cross skiing country, there's no slope for you, right? 0. Let me tell you why 0. Y will be Y2 minus Y1 plus 2, X2 minus X1. If the horizontal, if the line is a horizontal, then every point on the line have the same height, yes? So that means every Y is the same y, same values. So what if y1 minus y2, what happened to your the numerator? Then this becomes 0, right? 0 over x2 minus x1. Well, I don't care what's x2, x1. 0 divide anything is 0. That's why the slope is 0. Similar case to the vertical line. I'll give you a moment. I want you to write out the formula like I did. Try to explain why the slope of vertical line is undefined. Let's anyone tell me why is it undefined? Hmm? Hmm. Yeah, no run. But in terms of formula wise, because if a vertical line, you x is the same everywhere, right? The only thing changes is y. That means x2 equal x1. So this means undefined. On the exam, I'm not gonna make you do this. No, my exam, the application. It's my job to explain it to you, but on the exam, it'll be more computational. Do you have any questions so far? Oh, sorry. Everybody, while we're waiting, why don't you guys try this? Sketch the straight line that passes through the point -2, 5, and the slope -4/3. All right. First thing first, I'm gonna plot the point. -2, 5. Right here. Slope is negative 4/3. What do I do with the slope? Yeah, so that rise down. It's funny when I say rise down. Rise down 4 unit, and then go over to the right 3. And then you only need 2 points to graph a line. Just connect the dots and you're done. I always go to the right. All I have to remember is either rise down or rise up. But always go right. So I don't have to remember like, oh, do I go left, go right, go up, go down? The only direction I change is the vertical direction. The horizontal direction, I always go right. Find the slope m of the line that passes through point 3, -3, and 4, 7. Today we have a very, very light lectures. All the things here you already know. Does someone have an answer yet? 10? 10 overall? Anybody else? 10. All right, must be it. I always do this, the parenthesis thing, because I make mistake easily when it comes to positive, negative sign. So x1, y1, x2, I already did. y1, yeah, x2, y2, x2, y2, y2 minus y1, so 7 minus -3, and then x2 minus x1, so 4 minus 3. 10 over 1, so 10. All right, we're going to talk about parallel lines and perpendicular lines. If two lines are parallel, I mean two functions have a graph and their graphs are parallel, then the slope are equal. Example, I want to show that line 1 and line 2 are parallel. Excuse me. Why don't you guys do that? Should I eyeball it? Sorry about that. All right, let's take a look at some example. We almost done. I think only a few more slides and we'll be done. What time we get up? 1, I promise 1. We'll be done. Even before then. Find the equation of a line that passed through the point 3, -1, and had a slope of 5. The equation of a line have a form y equal mx plus b. Do I know slope? Yes, right, very good. I know slope. So y equal 5x plus b. How do I find b? How do I find b? Yeah. Yeah, very good. Thank you. So you plug in 3 for x and -1 for y into the red function and you solve for b. Right? So I have -1 for y equal 5 times x, or rather 5 times 3 plus b. Subtract 15 both sides, b equal -16. So my final answer is y equal 5x minus 16. You may want to refresh your Moodle. I should change the date. I had it on 13. How many people here go for math? Statistics? Major. Accounting? Business? Business, okay. Good for you. Why choice? If you want to make money, don't go for teaching. I'll take one to no one. A lot of schooling, but pay little. Something you like. If you like it, though, it's a different story. After all, it's the career you do for the rest of your life, right? My parents, my sister, my younger sister, go for pharmaceutical. Well, she make more than I do. Why don't you just do like her? Like, I'm gonna do it for the rest of my life. I'll do something I like. I don't know about you, but a lot of Asian parents, they kind of steer you towards certain things. Mhm. Yeah. This one require a little bit of critical thinking. Number 2. Number 3. Do you need more time for number 2? Okay. All right. Number 3. By the way, I have the answer key when I post a note after today. I always have answer key, so you can always check it back. Find the equation of a line that passes through the point -3, 6, and perpendicular to the line y equal 2x minus 5. Now, the equation I'm looking for is graph perpendicular to y equal 2x minus 5 So what does that tell you? Good. Opposite, right? And reciprocal. So you can just like the number one, right? You have y equal -1/2 x plus b. All you do is plug in -3, 6 into the equation. 6 equal -1/2 times -3 plus b. I'll do slowly. So positive 3/2 x, positive 3/2 plus b equals 6. 3/2 is the same thing as 1.5. So subtract 1.5 both sides. I have 3.5. 3.5 the same thing as 7/2, right? Or you can use your calculator. Oh, did I do something wrong? 1.5. 1.5 and 3.5. That's only 5. That should be 4.5, right? Sorry. Yeah, it should be 4.5. I'm sorry. It should be 4.5. So 9/2. Use your calculator. So my final equation will be y equal -1/2 x plus 9/2. Last problem, and we'll call it a day. Why don't you guys try that? I'll give you a few minutes, just like 2 minutes. Um, there's many ways to graph this. For me, if y is not solved for, if not like y equals something, I'm gonna use t-table. But first, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move the 6 to the right. So 3x minus 2y equal -6. And then I'm gonna use the t-table, xy. I'm gonna let x equal 0 to see what y equal. And then the second point, y equals 0 was, let's see what x equal. When x equals 0 was y equal, that's gone, right? -6 divided by -2 is +3. And then when y equals 0, -6 divided by 3 is -2. So 0, 3. And -2, 0. You only need 2 points to graph a line. It's the positives. Positive slope graph. Does the point 5/3 and -1/2 lies on the line? How do I answer this question? How do I answer that question? Copy the problem. If the point lies on the line, what does that mean? When you plug it in, what happened? Okay, if a point lie on a line, that point is the solution of a line, right? If the solution of this equation, then when I plug it in, what happens? Zero, right? It's the solution. So when you plug it in, it becomes 0. Let's see if I plug it in, see what happens. So 3 times x, which is 5/3, minus 2 times y, which is -1/2, plus 6 equals 0. 3 and 3 cancel, so 5 plus 1 plus 6 is equal to 12, so definitely not equal to 0. So no. 5/3 and -1/2 is not on the line. Any question?